Hi, good evening, Ankita.
Good
Good evening, Bharat.
Good evening, good evening,
evening, Bharat sir.
good evening, very good evening.
Good. So let's start.
You can start today, or Ankita.
Let's Ankita start today. She's getting the opportunity for the first time.
Yes.
Sorry, 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I read the first prologue, sir, today. I read the prologue. I will explain on. Means I'll summarize on that. So, here, what was more, uh, like, what was more takeaway for me was there was a story where author is talking. His friend will ask him, "You will be meeting your parents only for 15 times." Uh, so he was since a close friend, he didn't get annoyed. Then he got that intuition, that deep thought that uh, only 15 times because they are aged. So that I read. So I don't know. Oh,
It's okay.
that
So,
was.
so what do you do with that? With that information, what did you do today? That is what we are just.
Okay. That I realized that in middle of hectic schedule, we tend to connect with our parents. I say that I don't have time, or I'll talk to you later when, especially when I'm outside home. So that point I realized, connecting. Instead of realizing this later at their old age that we have to take care of them, now only that awareness will be there. So our relationship with our parents, we have to give time for them, no, instead of counting the days later. So that was my. And another one is that there is a scoreboard for every task you do. So that I read. um, Let it be in your relationship or in your purpose, whatever you want throughout the day on that task. uh, what is the purpose behind that task? Like if I'm attending this session, what is the purpose behind it? So there is a we can make, I mean, the author said we can make one that activity, and behind and beside that, that score. So and what value it is adding with that score, whether that score is increasing or decreasing. This way we can enhance our growth. And let it be in any area, like physical. Suppose I'm doing exercise on daily basis. So um, doing exercise daily, that is one task. So beside how we write the match person's name and the score in match, they show in the displays match scoreboard. Same way, the task and what is the runs we made that day on every. That awareness I got after reading this point. Your time slips through your fingers, your relationships will crack. So you have to water these areas daily. So on what basis, how you, everything has to be in front of our eyes. How can we evaluate? By making the scoreboards for that activity in which area we are doing on daily basis. So that was my, with that purpose and with the growth chart, whether how much we have invested our time in that, and in any area whichever we want to improve. So these are the two takeaway from the prologue.
Awesome. In fact, what you can do from tomorrow onwards, in fact, you can do it tonight also. Apply one of these ideas in your life.
Hmm.
The objective is to live the book. It is not just reading the book. So we got the insights. Now
Hmm.
work on one of those insights. Actually, maybe for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. For
Hmm.
example, if it is about, say, talking to your parents. So you take out 15 minutes of your time or maybe 10 minutes of your time and you actually put that time to talk to them only
Hmm.
without focusing on anything else. So like in that case, if your mom calls up all of a sudden, you can tell her, I will call you at 6 o'clock, for example. You call her at 6 o'clock, talk to her for 5 minutes, and then you observe what is happening. Now, because now you're doing it with conscious awareness and as a application of what you are reading from the book. Like you're talking about score sheets. You create your own score sheet and then you share in the session that what we are doing here. That I picked up this idea, I created this score sheet for this activity, and this is what which I did today, and this is what my revelation is. Got it, right? Perfect. Fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah.
Beautiful. In fact, on the very first day, हम लोग बिल्कुल इसी जगह पे थे जहाँ पे अभी तुम हो. So we could see our reflections. Yes, Bharat bhai, go ahead.
So you can see the water, this bottle. Yeah. So if I fill this bottle with mineral water, what will this value? How much it will cost? Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah.
Maybe 10 rupees.
Yeah, it could be 10, 20, 50,
20,
depends
whatever it is.
where you are buying from. If you buy at the 5-star, it can cost you 50 rupees also.
Yes.
But the same bottle, if I fill with milk, then what will be its value?
Cost of the milk, maybe 60, 70 rupees.
Yeah, yeah. And suppose if I fill the same bottle with silver, then what will its value?
Thousands में चला जाएगा.
It's the same bottle if I fill with gold, then
6 figure में चला जाएगा. 8 to 10
lakhs of
lakhs.
rupees. And if I fill this, it's the same bottle with diamonds, then what will this value?
Crores.
Yeah, big.
Billions, billions. Suppose this bottle is made of glass and it suddenly slipped down from my hand, fell down and broken into pieces. What will its value? Big
Zero.
zero. Nothing is left. The important question here is, does the volume, the size of the bottle change during this whole process? It was same. Whether I fill with water, whether I fill with milk, whether I fill with silver, gold or diamond, volume is same. But this value went on increasing by what I was filling inside that bottle. We all have the same bottle. We all have 24 hours in a day. But what we put inside that our bottle, that determines what value we can take out of that day. So Eisenhower has given a wonderful matrix of urgent and important. Suppose urgent and important could be, I have to pay my bill today only, otherwise I may not be able to continue my services of maybe electricity or maybe Geo mobile, whatever the bill I need to pay. If I don't pay today, tomorrow the service may be discontinued. That could be urgent as well as important also. Second thing could be, I am putting a video every day on Sunday on YouTube, so I must have a video tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so that I can put it on a Sunday. So that will again become a urgent and important for me. Another example could be, my friend's wife is going to Canada for helping her daughter for delivery. We are expecting in next this month. So they're very close to us. The daughter is like our daughter only. So we had thought of, let's give her some a baby gift. Yesterday only that thought came to my wife and she ordered, and fortunately today Amazon got delivered also. That also became urgent and important. But important thing is here that the second quadrant is very important, which is not urgent but important. All the three cases could be only avoided to go into urgent mode. Bill comes, it gives duration of some 7-8 days to pay. If I pay immediately, I don't need to take it to urgent level. I have know that I have to put a video every Sunday. I make video in advance, so there is no urgency. I had stock of video. I can easily put that on my channel. and I know that the friend's wife is going where many days before. So I'm aware that she is going, and we need to give her a gift like that. Then we could have bought this maybe 2 3 days back, and we could have gone there and given the gift. Now today we have to rush and give the gift to her. So all the important things, if you don't take care, then it gets converted into urgent, and you need to have a firefighting or crisis management for that. So we need to focus on what are the things which are important so that they don't turn into urgent things. Third thing would be something which is urgent but not important. Like mostly the Black Friday sales are always there. They give a lot of discounts. Like yesterday, Akshay Trutya were there. So lot of discounts were given by all the coaches, all the trainers in their courses, 40 50% discount, whatever you can get. So the courses may not be important, but the discount they are giving for the very special day only. So that is urgent. If you want to take that course, that is a today only offer. Otherwise, you won't get that offer again. So that is become a urgent but not important. The fourth one is neither urgent nor important. The gossips are there, the TV news we are seeing, the newspaper headlines, newspaper things, all those things which drains our energy. These are all not urgent and not important. So I need to fill my bottle mostly with important and urgent things. Then the things which are urgent as well as important also, and some part of it with urgent and important, and not to fill with not urgent, not important, so that I can have a most value of my day. So that is how I need to fill my bottle every day. So that is how we can fill our bottle every day to have the maximum return from our day. So that is from my side. Yeah. Thank you.
So priority will be urgent important, no? Sorry,
Pardon?
important urgent. First priority of
First
thing will be
priority is important urgent
hmm,
because important things are which are taking you closer to your long-term goals.
hmm,
If you take care of those long-term goals, that it won't take go into urgent quadrant. But if you don't take care of those goals, then it will lead to urgency. So focus more is in second quadrant, important but not urgent. So that you are developing your relationship, you are developing your connections, you are working towards your long-term goals, and you are getting the desired results. So if you focus more time on that second quadrant, the important and not urgent, so that it don't get converted into urgent mode. That is the focus we can have.
Wow, amazing. Hi, Manish. Good to see you. Manish, would you
Yeah.
like to join us and share something from your experiences today?
Um, uh, from what today experience or like what is
We
the
are connecting the dots with the five types of wealth.
okay?
So something was there in the book, and what you did, you actually, instead of just reading, you actually started living it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
as you live it, you come and share in the session that where we meet in the evening for 20 25 minutes, Monday to Friday
yeah,
at 7:30.
yeah. See, my reflection on every day is that I reflect on my day every day at the end of the day, and I see where I missed on something, and then I refine my planning or my understanding or my you can say anything which I was lacking, I refine on that and just try to do better every next day so that slowly uh, like basically what I do is as Bharat explained about urgent, important and things like that. So my take on is that I put that into like high priority, medium priority, low priority, so things like that, and and I just take a decision whether I have to do it or not do it, right? So I don't hold on to कि ठीक है I will not do it today so I will do it tomorrow, things like that. So I put a time frame for everything, like okay, within next 24 hours, next 2 days, next 3 days I have to do my best and just leave it to the rest, right? I do my best, and something which is very important and urgent, which is, so what I think is, we all have a limited mental energy in a day. So if we keep thinking about about anything all through the day. So basically, we are working against our strength. So what I do is like I put the most critical task, which takes my more attention, more energy. I do it in the morning because at that time I'm full of energy, and I start my day early and try to finish that by 11 or 12 in the morning. Because after that, what happens is that I my mental energy, I cannot keep that level of mental energy all through the day, because our energy is limited, mental energy is limited, right? So what I do is I do my critical task before 11 12 in the morning, and after that I do my less critical task, so that I just I don't really need to consume my lot of mental energy. I just take it like routine task, I can say that. So in that way, what happen is, it's just like 80/20. So I use 20 like 80% energy for my 20% critical task, and after that I'll just relax and just do normal things throughout the day, which I find not very challenging, things like that. So I think optimizing your energy, your timing, and so many things, it's very important. And action is the enemy of fear and doubt and any challenges. So I focus on taking action, whether it is uh, I don't think too much, just take action and just leave it. So if it doesn't happen to me, then it means it is not meant for me. So but I put my 100%. It's just like, do your best. So when you do your best, you have the basically you are using your best ability to make it happen. And I think slowly you get better every next time. And I think this is how you build your muscle every next time. And I think this is the way to get good at everything. And don't leave anything for tomorrow, right? So what I so many things I've learned, I've realized that we are born with every skill that we need to have. We have to just use that skill every single day, right? And don't and you have to really, when you find something challenging, you have to really believe that you are capable of doing that. It will take some time, that's okay. But you also, you need to have a strong belief that whatever you are focusing on with passion, interest, and your that why factor, things like that. And if I'm putting my 100%, and whenever I feel like losing, or losing my attention on that, or feeling low on something I find very challenging, so I just come back to myself that yes, I'm the luckiest person in the world, and every living person is perfect. It is just a matter of time. It's just a matter of practice. You know, if you keep doing your best every day, and slowly you will get to your destination. It's just a matter of, some people get it early, some people get it late. So it is all about, uh, how like what is the power of your belief and things like that. you know so always focus on your doing your best. And you should have a strong belief that if you are giving your best, so you will end up at you will eventually land up to a situation that you will feel proud about yourself. And just practice gratitude, that God has already given you so much to be happy about. And just feel appreciative, so that you always stay in good emotions, because emotion is something that makes a lot of difference. So you can only keep doing something when you are in good emotions, when you are feeling good. See, if I'm feeling good talking to you, I can talk to you for entire day, right? If I'm not feeling good talking to you or anybody like that, I after some time I'll give up, right? So that's how it works. Are
Brilliant.
Robin? Yeah, sorry.
So, so Manish, now what we will be doing, like the way you shared, it's fantastic. And what we are doing here is something which is these activities we are connecting with the book itself. So, like you read the book and you figure out one activity that you're doing in the day, which is connected to that part of the book or with what is mentioned in the book. Are you getting it?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is where we are focusing on. So your sharing will be for 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, and you will be talking about that. This is what you picked up from the book, from this book, the 5 types of wealth, and what you will say that this is what I did today.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we are creating the stories which are sharing. I'm sharing in the group. So what we are essentially doing is we are living this book. It's not just reading the book. actually living the book.
Yeah, living the book every day. Yeah.
That's what we are doing. Okay. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you got a sense that what you need to do. So when you join next time, you just join with this thought that as I read this part or this page or this section, and this is what I did to leave that section, and this is my experience about it.
And one thing I want to share, I find this statement very deep and profound for me myself. Whenever you lose, when you feel like giving up or find something very challenging or something which stop you to keep doing on something. So I put my focus on my desired state. That like I start acting or thinking that I have achieved my goals. I'm already a person that I wish to become. So in that way, what happen is that I feel very confident about myself. I feel good, and it helps me to manifest things faster. That's what I shared in the group also.
Good. So what you need to focus on is that you have to connect it with something with this book. Whatever you are saying, with a real-time experience that this is what I did for this.
Hmm.
This is what we are doing here in this discussion that we are having in this group, in this session is all about your activities which you did based on the insights which you got from this book. One or two insights and actually sharing that activity and the outcome of that activity.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically we have to focus more on like at the same time we have to focus on the implementation.
Only implementation. It's not at the same time. As you read, you'll start living it. The objective is to read and live. And
Okay.
living, you're taking some action on it, and whatever action you take, you come back and share in the session that this is what I did today, this is what I read, this is what I did, and this is what I discovered for myself.
Yeah, so I already shared with you, right, what I did with that.
Yes, so now you need to connect the dots with the book.
Okay, I've
Tomorrow
not read the
onwards.
book. I can get the essence,
Yeah,
like,
tomorrow onwards. So you start reading the book so that you can connect the dots with the book.
okay, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
That's what we are doing.
Yeah, yeah, right. Thanks.
Okay, good. So now my turn. So I have very little time left with me. So let me share only a small portion, which is the dimmer switch, avoiding the on-off trap. So that part in the book, as Sahil wrote, is an old school of thought would contend that your focus on each type of wealth exists in a binary state, either on or off. So it would say that you can have at most two types flipped on at any point in time, and that the other three types would have to be flipped off. Like when we're talking about these five types of wealth, what the normal thing is that I can only focus on two things and I cannot focus on the other three things at the same time. So the areas where I'm focusing on is on, where I'm not focusing is off. And that is only that is possible. That is what we have learned or we have believed so far from different experiences by talking to different kind of people. So like you and I are an average of five people we spend most of our time with. And if all those five people are like that, so I've also become an average of that. And my thought says that yes, I can only focus on two things at a time, which is on, and I cannot focus on the remaining three. Now, the fundamental problem with this is that if one remains off for too long, it can never be turned on again. If you don't nurture and cultivate your relationships in your 20s and 30s, you won't have them in your 40s. If you don't invest in your health in your 40s and 50s, you won't have it in your 60s. And if you don't take care of your mind in your 60s and 70s, you won't have it in your 80s. The book rejects that old thought. The book rejects that old school of thought and offers a new one. And this new one is if you have the appropriate goals, anti-goals, and high leverage systems, you focus on each type of wealth can exist on a dimmer switch rather than an on or off switch. This shift is important. It allows you to prioritize your values and goals for the present season without turning off any one area. Something that leads to atrophy that proves painful and difficult to reverse. And there are examples that he shared. So what I'm doing these days, particularly what I have done today with full conscious awareness, is focusing on that out of these 5 types of wealth, which are the ones which where normally I am a victim of putting it aside, putting it at the stop mode. So I started focusing on that. There are many activities which are lying there in my diary and I haven't done it. For example, like I'm planning to visit Prayagraj on Buddha Purnima. Now this Prayagraj visit is constantly getting postponed and is getting postponed for almost last 6 months. Every time there's a Purnima, we are planning for it and we are not taking any action. What I did today is I just booked the tickets first. That we whether anything else comes and stops us before that, let us book the tickets. So I just took the first step, tickets booked. And when did I book the ticket? Just 15-20 minutes before this session. At the time I was talking to Ankita, we are having a conversation, and in that during that conversation, I completed the booking part also. So I discovered that it is possible to focus on all the 5 types of wealth. Whichever you think is not possible, at least you pay attention to that. Keep it in a dimmer switch, but don't completely stop it. So I just practiced it today, and this is the result I got. Come, वो set हो गया. That I've settled the time for that activity. That's what I have to share today. Okay. Manish, you got it now? What we are doing? Just one incident to focus on the activity that we are doing based on our studies or based on our insights from the book. It may look very simple, but imagine when we are doing it on a daily basis, it is getting compounded, it is getting added.
Yeah, so
And
actually, if I can tell, I was reading something from Elon Musk. He says he takes only 5 minutes to make a decision on something, whether to go for it or not go for it. So, we should be we should be having that skill of taking fast decisions. I think that is very important because,
yeah, so
you know,
this is
it,
the insight. This is the insight that you got. Now, what we are doing in this session is working on that insight, that what we actually did and what did you get out of that, taking that action.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what I do is, if something that scares me or that I have not done in the past or that, I found it very difficult. So what I do is I focus on small actions, like rather than, try to do too much in the same time, because it's just like, if you don't have any practice of going to gym for a long time, right? You start with small actions, small commitments, maybe going for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I think it's just like same thing compounding, right? If you like what we read in the that four what was that
Four agreements.
four agreements, yeah. So the author was stating that, focus on making small agreements with yourself. So what will happen is that small habit will get bigger with time, because it will give you confidence,
Exactly.
it will give what you need to have.
So here what we are doing, Manish, we are not talking theory, we are not talking insights. We are actually talking about what you and I did with that insight.
Yeah, right.
ठीक है? एक दो session में you will get an idea what we are doing. This is not the way traditionally books are being read.
I'm already reading so many deep books these days, so I fair idea like what are you trying to say, and what are we focusing on? Basically, we're focusing on the implementation of our knowledge every day, basically.
Yes, it's not even our knowledge, my knowledge.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
you are the point, you are the matter, you are the focus point. Like I am the focus point. मैंने आज क्या किया इसको लेके.
Right.
Yeah, good, good. It's 8 o'clock. Let's disperse and connect tomorrow same time 7:30 p.m.
Photo.
Photo. Manish जल्दी से photo. So every time a new person joins, उनको समझाते I lose focus के photo भी हमें लेना पड़ेगा. So here we go. Look at the camera. Keep your eyes wide open. तो मनीष आपको ना ऐसा करना पड़ेगा. You need to put your head down so that your eyes open. Okay, now let's smile. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Superb. Fantastic. So I'm sharing this picture.
Okay, last time we met in June, right, in Delhi. So now we're in May. So let us plan something quick, if you think, so that we connect with people and
We met in the month of August.
I think June we met in June.
No, June mein nahi tha. It was in the August, and then you and I met probably in the month of November, just before the winters.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Bye. Tomorrow, same time, 7:30.
Bye. Good night. Bye. Yeah.